Hello everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here, yeehaw, and it's Monday. On Mondays, we do tier lists, and on Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Well, I just wanted to let everyone know that we have a new student joining us. She just moved here all the way from Africa.
Welcome.
I'm from Michigan. Great.
This tier list is going to be interesting and a little different from most. I am going to place Buzzwole and Glaceon on this tier list. I'm not even filling out the whole thing. What I'm trying to do right now is show you where I think these two Pokemon are going to land once they make it to the game if things don't change from the test. That being said, things could definitely change from that public test. They could take feedback and make one of these Pokemon stronger, weaker, whatever. They could change the way their moves works. I'm not sure what they're going to do. But right now, I'm just giving you my rough feeling on where these two Pokemon will land. Let's take a look at our tier list here. Our categories, we're not doing anything fancy right now. We've got our S tier, A+, A, B+, B tier. Still got the B tier and our C tier. So I just have a few Pokemon ranked in here just to give you an idea of where I think things kind of line up in the game. I'll give you kind of my brief thoughts. S tier is for Pokemon that are crazy, crazy broken. Absol's insane right now. Blissey, Hoopa, I think are still in a league of their own pretty much. Real top tier Pokemon are Pokemon like Serena, Greninja, Dragonite. I think Delphox is either here or A. It's pretty high up there as well. Very, very good Pokemon, but not game breaking in any way. Really solid Pokemon, Slowbro, Charizard, Ninetales. Ninetales could be here or maybe even B+ slightly. This is another one that kind of moves around a little bit, but really, really solid as an A tier. A B+ tier is something that is not really setting the world on fire, but never bad. Duraludon, Venusaur, I think hang out in the B+ tier here pretty well. Our B tier, this is a tier for Pokemon that are fine. I feel like the B tier Pokemon are fine. I love playing all three of these Pokemon, honestly. Mime is one of my favorite to play. Talon used to be my main, so I have a lot of love for this tier. Azumarill is also a super fun Pokemon, I think. They're just all sort of, not super overwhelming. I would consider their whelm level to be underwhelming at times. It's fine. They're good. You can win with them just fine. And then our C tier, this is reserved for Pokemon that are not necessarily bad, but they kind of need some work. I think Zeraora, Espeon, and Garchomp here, all three of these Pokemon are really not superstar Pokemon inside the game right now. Zeraora probably needs, it could do a lot of different things, but its level scheme is bizarre. I talk about it all the time. Espeon has the lowest win rate inside the game right now, and I'm not surprised. I think this Pokemon could still use a little love. Maybe it's ranked a little lower than it should be here. Maybe it's a B tier Pokemon with the recent buffs. We'll have to see. And then Garchomp, not a bad Pokemon, but just sort of the way this Pokemon works, I feel like it's just such a tough Pokemon to make anything super positive happen with. But again, the point of this tier list are these two Pokemon. I'm going to bring them up now. Buzzwole and Glaceon. Let's see where to start here. Let's start with Glaceon. So Glaceon is good. I think Glaceon is good. I think its early game is pretty rough, but it doesn't stay there super long. I feel like its damage is a little underwhelming at times, so that's always a little tough, but this is, again, one of those you evolve at level 4 Pokemon, you do very well throughout most of the match, but not insanely well later into the match. I think because of that, I feel like Glaceon doesn't really rise super high on our tier list. It kind of reminds me of the other Eevees, of course, for different reasons. It reminds me most of Sylveon. It feels like the closest to Sylveon. It sort of has two moves that in different ways almost feel like Mystical Fire, but it kind of has its own Mystical Fire and its own Stored Power. So it's got shades of Espeon. I think it's a better version of Stored Power. At least that's what it feels like to me. And then it has shades of Mystical Fire. And I think it's probably a better Mystical Fire. That being said, I do think both could use some damage buffs to make this Pokemon much more viable. So for now, here's what I'm thinking about Glaceon. I think if I'm optimistic, I have it in the B+ tier, where it's kind of standing right now. And I think if I'm being more realistic, it's hanging out in the B tier. Not bad, but not amazing either. Now, what could make this Pokemon rise higher? I was giving the remix. What could make this Pokemon rise higher on this tier list would be if you could really make that Unite move and Icicle Spear sing. So it has this cool interaction with its Unite move. If you haven't seen it, I have a video on my channel. I think the last Glaceon video that I will have posted will have had this on there. I just kind of show how it works, and it's pretty awesome. So maybe if you can figure out a way to make that sing and that more mage-like build could excel, it could be higher. Or if they buff its damage or early game just a little bit. I don't think it needs a lot, but I actually think this one's coming in just a hair under, So right now I think low B+ or high B is a reasonable place to see this Pokemon. I'll leave it probably just because I'm a little hyped on it. And they might slightly buff it a little, and its Unite move's cool. I'm going to put it here B+, but I think it actually might be closer to a solid B tier Pokemon. Again, you can win with any Pokemon in the game. If you like playing a Pokemon that I put low on my list, first off, you could say, hey, Jake doesn't know what he's talking about, whatever. You could also just say, I don't care, I'm gonna rock it with this Pokemon. I really love playing this Pokemon. I really love playing its more mobile moveset, the Icy Wind moveset. I really love it. You just get to dash so much. It feels like you're in and out of combat. I'm definitely going to put a lot of time into this Pokemon once it comes into the game. I can't believe I almost bought a Glaceon plush when I bought my Ninetales. I almost had Glaceon back here. Anyway, I digress. I think B+ is about where I'd put Glaceon right now. Again, things could change. Now, let's talk about Buzzwole. Buzzwole is really interesting because Buzzwole is freaking great. I think this Pokemon's great. I seriously do. I think they're bringing a really cool Pokemon into this game. You need to be able to land your hits with this. It's very unforgiving. If you miss with this Pokemon, you are in a lot of trouble. However, this Pokemon, ironically, not being an ice type, this Pokemon snowballs like crazy. As soon as you get a KO or assist on a KO, you get this, boost. You're moving faster, you're attacking, you're making your way into the enemies and fighting even better. It feels like when things are going well with Buzzwole, and if you're playing it well, you are crushing it with this Pokemon. Here are things that are difficult for me to fully figure out. When I'm playing this, I am not on my server. I'm on a server in Indonesia or something like that. And because of that, the ping is rough. So it's really hard for me to tell how this Pokemon will feel once I'm on better ping. But that being said, I have to assume it will only feel better, easier to land all of your moves. So right now, because we're on the public test server, because of the ping, because of many reasons, because people pick Pokemon and they don't really care how they're playing because they didn't get the Pokemon they wanted, Glaceon or Buzzwole. Everything is kind of weird in there. But right now, I am very optimistic about the power of Buzzwole. I don't think it's absurd at all to say that it hangs out in this A+ tier. I really don't think so. Maybe with more play and maybe with the time and energy put into it to, play this Pokemon well, you could have people saying it's broken. Here are a few things about it that I feel like could enter the realm of being broken. I think it's is it superpower? Now I'm forgetting the names of moves. The move where you grab enemies and slam them on the ground is crazy. Smackdown is crazy. The Leech Life actually does insane amounts of damage. Its Unite move has a pretty decent cooldown. It feels like it has a few different builds that you can play. Even its Lunge, I actually like, just because it has an insanely low cooldown. It has a 1 second cooldown and you have 2 stored uses of it. You could just set up, so many combos with it. I think this Pokemon feels in some ways like Serena, because of the combos and resets that you can get with it, you're just kind of nuts. That could push this Pokemon up to S. It doesn't feel profoundly broken yet, but again, I am just in a public beta test for it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about this, about these two Pokemon right now. B plus for Glaceon, and then A plus probably for Buzzwole. I don't know if it's so broken that I'd say it's S, but I feel like it's really, really good. Not switching things around today. I want to record a quick one for you all. I am gone with my family for the day. I love you all very much. Thanks for hanging out. More cool stuff coming soon. You're the greatest. Goodbye. Jeez. Oh, I can't believe you didn't. All right, I'll switch it around a little. Switch it just really quick. Just really quick. Really quick. Glaceon and Buzzwole are terrible. They're the lowest tier in the game. All right. Goodbye, everybody.